Now we need to do the back piece. So let's turn the back piece back on. And all we're going to do is we're going to draw these two parts here. So we've got three parts actually. We've got a switch, we've got this USB hole, and then we've got a little hole here for the LED light to shine through. So we'll start off by doing the switch first. So again, create sketch, click on the back piece here, and let's draw a 2-point rectangle about like that. I'm going to hit D on my keyboard, click this side, drag it out, type 9, hit enter. Click this top line, drag it up, type in 14, hit enter. Done. Okay. If we hit escape, we can drag this around wherever we want to do it. I'll leave that up to you. You can put that wherever you want. Let's go to the next drawing. So the next one will be our USB part here. So I'm going to zoom in so you can kind of get a better look at the dimensions. A little bit more complicated. So we start off with pretty much a rectangle shape, which is going to be 2.8 high and 7.75 wide. We'll start off by drawing a rectangle. Let's just draw a basic rectangle and then click. I'm going to hit D, and from the top to the bottom line, I'm going to drag it out, and I'm going to put the dimensions 2.8 and hit enter. From this side to this side, I'm going to drag down, make this 7.75. Now let's zoom in because we need to draw some lines. I'm going to come up here to my line tool. Now I'm going to go up, make sure that the triangle here, the center point is clicked. I'm going to draw from that point and draw down here and just click enter. Don't worry too much about how far out it's coming at the moment. And the same side on this, I'm going to lock onto my center point here and then drag down and just click on one point here. And then I can click my D measurement and I can click this point and this point and drag it down, and I want to make sure that's 5.8 and click enter. Okay, now you'll notice that if I click escape, if I move this across, these measurements are all a bit out. Okay, so we need to make sure that they're the same distance away from each side. Okay, so I'm just going to click D. I'm going to click on this point here to this point here. I'm going to come down. Now the measurements are around about 1. It's just under 1, so I'm going to go 0.9. What would it be? 975. Or let's just go 98. Cool. So that makes them the same distance apart. I am then going to click T, and I want to delete this line and this line, this line and this line. So that was T on the keyboard. And then I'm going to click fillet, click on this corner here, and I'm just going to drag it down probably to that 0.75, and then click on this corner here, and it just gives that curved over look, which is what the shape of the micro USB plug is. Hit enter, and then that gives you that basic USB shape there. Okay, and then what we could do is we can draw a basic line. So let's go line, make it construction, and from the center point here, let's draw up and go click the green button and say OK. So let's uncheck construction. I'm going to click C on my keyboard to draw a circle, make sure it's locked onto that line, and I'm just going to draw a circle here which is 1.5 millimeters and click enter, and I'm just going to leave it about there so it'll look good. And then if you zoom out, that's pretty much all that part done now. If I drag from the left to the right, I can highlight these drawings and I can move them around. So if I want to move it over here, I can sort of make it look a bit better. So zoom out and then you can see kind of what it looks like. You can also use your dimensions, to lock them in place if you really want them in a certain spot. But I think if you kind of eyeball them there like that, they look fine. So that's cool. Let's extrude it in. So we're going to go extrude, click on this square, this part here in the circle. And again, I'm going to go to my 3D view and make sure that it's cutting. So we're cutting away the material. And let's just make the distance to object. And then let's scroll around because I want to click the other side of the object. So if you just scroll down, click this face here, then it's just going to cut all the way to the other side of that material. Let's click OK, and we're good. So now you can see we've got the front piece and then we've got the back piece cut out like that. Cool. So let's save our work and go OK. And in the next part, I'm just going to show you how to give it a good finish, maybe tidy it up a little bit, make it look good. Okay.